Okay. Okay. So I'm in for the earth signs this week. I'm having a lot of hard time here getting things loaded up. So I'm just going live this week. And then I might, depending on what I get fed energy wise, I'm going to do, if anybody's not attached to the Infinity Room, check it out. I'm going to do an energy report at the end of the week here. Hopefully I get a live button in there, and then I'll go from there. Everything's very impromptu. So these are the earth signs for this week. Here we go. So it's spirituality we're dipping into. It's to help you along your path, hopefully. So first card for spirituality. Here we go. The Three of Air. This is about knowledge, gaining knowledge in a certain area here. We are looking into things to gain some insight. We're curious about something here. Taurus may be doing some research on things in a spiritual kind of way. Yep, trying to gain wisdom. That's what we're doing. Okay, next. Wow. 19 emotions. This is interesting to me. It may be that we're trying to gain information on how to deal with our emotional side. We may have some things come down here. They're making me aware of this woman. Give me a moment here to suss this out. There's something going on emotionally here for the Taurus. We're really, they gave me the word devastated. So there's something here has really dropped us a few notches on the emotional scale here. Really trying to gain knowledge how to deal with it. I'll leave it at that. It's sort of truth here. Notice she's not looking at this no way, shape, or form. In fact, she's avoiding it. So there may be some truths here that have to come down the pipe that are harsh. Either we're in avoidance of, or we're paying the price for avoiding. We're not dealing with things in an emotional way, so we're paying the price for it at this time. Still not wanting. I feel like if we dived into our emotions and faced the truth of that, we would be able to get through here quite unscathed. But because we're not facing the truth, we're not facing our emotions, that's why we're kind of in torment. That's why we're in this mode. Here's what I'm feeling. Okay. Next. The youth. What do you know? We have, I may have a scenario here with another youth. Now, I'm getting children. We don't know what to do with this child that I feel like the emotions attached to the child. Child is quite unaware. Another one that's protected highly from their emotions. Needing to look at how the sword is going straight here, like to cut through some truths here to a youth of ours. I feel like this could be a child. It could be anyone that's younger than you to a significant degree, like 10 years or more younger. Sense of them not understanding is really tormenting us to a high degree spiritually. It's like, we can't get through to them. We're trying to figure out how to do this, or on some way searching our soul at least. An inability. Notice how the wand is sitting here, kind of, there's something stopping the information from going, not only a denial to want to deal with it, but within that youngster, there's a situation here of barring off, walling off to certain things. So we're trying to break through that core in someone, and it's not going so well. One, because we're not admitting our truths to ourselves. And two, we're not going outward in our truths to them, is the sense I'm getting. Okay, next. Masculine and feminine here. Energies on top of this, gaining knowledge. We got another protection card. I do, because with this, I feel there's protection here for this person. Now, yeah, this is going to get complex here. Because what I'm getting is this person's not dealing with their emotional center, and to a high degree that is protecting them. It seems like we're doing the same, but it is doing us no good to deal with each other, is what they're telling me here. Just hold on. Yeah. We don't know how to get through to this youth, okay? Because they are using their, how do you say, they're not even using their emotional center. They're avoiding using their emotional center to save themselves from hurt and pain. This is that wand barring off. I will not let any emotions in. Now, this is the truth here that wants to come forth, is to deal with things, yeah, to a certain degree. I'm going to leave it at that. There's a sense here of not getting through. These two people can't get through to each other. This one is not even trying to communicate their side of things. This one's trying to get through to this one, but we're not making any headway here. So I feel like the Taurus is the older of the two, trying to get through to the youngster. We're just not making headway. Okay. So we'll leave it at that. Now we got the protection again. The sense here is that we're looking for knowledge here, and we may just get that. Now, yeah, there's a sense here that, see, we're both in denial is what it is. These two people, no matter who's arguing for what, we're both in denial of emotions here. And to a high degree, we're going to figure that out through the week is a sense I get. Though we are protected from, now I got to be watch how I say this. How do I? Sense here is this person is hiding from their emotions. This person is denying their emotions. There is a difference, but nonetheless, they're both not dealing with things the way they should be. There's a protection factor here from harm between these two while they figure it out. Boom, there it is. Okay, next. On top of our emotional center, we have plenty, and that's there's going to be plenty of opportunity to go over this, discuss this, and open this up to a higher degree. And not only that, it's there to make us expand in an emotional way. I don't know if you could see that, but it's like yeah, no, that does not do good. Opening up areas here where where the flow happens, right? And it's abundance and it's good. So there's going to be, I feel like, either an opportunity for conversation or just a setting where, yeah, we fall into a place where we are going to have an open discussion about this. And because of that, we're going to fall on good things here. We're going to fall on our emotions. And even though this person here, I get a stubborn energy here and sort of a tortured energy here, we're going to come to a higher level than we were at when we started. We may not finish this whole thing. Like, this person's not going to see clearly where this person's coming from here, but we're going to see better than we did at the beginning of the argument or discussion or whatever. Now, on top of the youth here, we have temptation. Now, I feel like this has to do with somebody's button here. Like, we're pushing buttons and pressing on people's emotions and getting triggered is what I feel. Feel like this person has been triggered by something this one said. This one is trying to come from compassion, not doing very well because they're not in their heart when they're dealing. But there's going to be a time, it's like the universe is going to set you up in a nice floaty place where you both are in your heart center, and you'll be able to deal with it on a different form than, without anger is the sense I'm getting. So that I feel like the temptation here is for this one. They're going to lose their shit. Basically, yeah, this one doesn't want to lose their shit. There's something here we triggered in this youth that they're not in control of. And I feel like the temptation here is they're trying to control themselves, but I don't feel that they're going to be successful in that. But nonetheless, as we move forward here, again, there's some knowledge here that I feel like the Taurus is looking for, seeking. I feel like they're going to search the soul and find some things that will help them make amends somehow, though not fix everything. We get the Knight of Coins on here. Now, that is your element. And here, this guy is moving. I mean, the Knight of Coins, he's someone who takes their time going. And the sense here is we're going to take our time and let this soak into this person. I feel like we either had an argument or a quarrel or a heated discussion about something. We know we got to this person, but there's a need to take things slow. I feel like the Taurus going, that's okay, I can wait. So there's a sense of patience here with it, not wanting to rush back in and blow things up again. We're waiting on this one to cool down is what I get. So on the Plenty card, we get the Hermit. Yeah, and I feel like the Taurus is going inside to gain that wisdom, right? That's that. Basically, these two cards are very similar from different decks. We're going inside to gain, okay, what should I do here? What's my best course of action? Should I go and talk to them or should I leave it? And the sense that I'm getting is that they're going to leave it until it naturally comes bubbling back up. They're not going to force the issue, but if the opportunity arises, they're going to take it. Okay, now on top of this temptation and this youthful energy here that seems to be not able to, like, it has been triggered, really. We have the Devil. Yeah, so there's maybe some things here beyond the youth maybe having a problem dealing with their temper is the sense I get. There may be things getting to this person that are really out of control here. And it's kind of spurting out in all directions is what I get. We may have something more than just this conversation going on here that's off in our life. So we may be taking it out in this direction towards the Taurus is the sense I'm getting. And there may be a knowledge of this somewhere or an instinct of this somewhere from the Taurus themselves. Okay, so that's the scenario. Now, as we go deeper, first card, letting go. This may be having to do with anger quite highly. Transforming, right? We don't want to be angry. We don't want to be upset. So we need to let go of some things in order to release that energy of madness. Or what's the word? There's a word. Like resentment. Yeah. Letting go of resentment. I get that highly here. Okay, so next card, rigid. Yeah, and of course, Taurus, right? We are bull. We like things done a certain way, and if they're not done that way, this may be part of the torture here, is that we may have pushed someone out of their comfort zone here and had a rigid stance, just not backing down on it. And the energy goes right back here. It's like that's what we need to let go is the stance that we took here. It's just allow others to be others, not to because they're showing me like a bar, trying to bend a metal bar. And it's like we just need to let it be a bar. It's straight, it's rigid in that sense. And we need to kind of, I feel like the metamorphosis is what the Taurus wants to happen in the other person. And they're going, well, maybe this other person, not only are they not there now, but they may never get there at all. And is it worth the struggle over, right? So it's kind of pick your battles kind of thing is what I'm getting here. Next, individuality. Yeah. And that's letting that person be who they are, no matter how they, I feel like the Taurus trying to bend someone here. They just shouldn't be bent. Or they shouldn't be moved out of who they are, right? They should be allowed to be their own self. So we need to let go of how we want them to be and let them be who they are and accept that. And that's going to be a hard pill for the Taurus, I think, because there's a sense here We need to change that. That's not right. We need to change that. But that person needs to discover that on their own, is how they're saying it to me. It's like, yeah, it may not be right, but us pushing them is not going to, that same thing. It feels like a mother, daughter, father, son issue, that kind of thing. Right and wrong. Yeah. So there's a need to let go of an argument here, because we may not, it may not be worth the stress and strain it puts on the relationship, is the sense. Okay. Alrighty. On top of letting go, see the truth. There's a lot of truth here that wants to come forward. Just give me a minute here. Where's that sword? There it is, that sword of truth, right? We had sitting above, and again, not wanting to look at that. And they're going, yes, we need to look at that, because this owl, not only is he a sign of wisdom, but he looks at the truth. See the truth. I want you to see that. Oh, man. Okay, so see the truth, right? Yeah, there's an ability here that maybe we're not, or not an ability. There's a opening here where may not be seeing the whole truth. Because we're coming from, yeah, I know I don't like, this is kind of a weird area. I don't like saying you're wrong, but they're basically saying we have to say this because we are wrong to push this agenda here. Where we're coming from, we need to let go, let the person be who they are, and try and respect that for now. If they need to change it, it will come up in their path later on, and have faith that that will happen, and we'll let them grow on their own. Because it just is going to create more of a boundary between you and this person that we don't want to create. So on the rigid wall that we may be creating against this person or opinion, we have heed your dreams. So you may have some dream time action that is contributing in some way spiritually to the answer here, giving you some insight, making you work in areas that you don't work on the 3D. Sometimes we go in our dream time to places emotionally that we don't go in the earth. And so just take heed of how you feel in your emotions and things that happen in your emotions, because it won't be a direct feed. Like, it won't be like directly you're going to have a dream of this person and solving it, and that's the way you got to go. It won't be that direct, but it will lead you to, because one thing I always say is when you wake up and you have these profound dreams, you need to look at how it made you feel more than really what was going on. What kind of emotions did it stir up in you? And that's what I feel like they're trying to do. They're trying to get you to stir up emotions and situations in your dream time. They're going to help you deal with this situation better. So be aware of that, because again, I feel that the Taurus is not going to go in that direction. How you say it, like to make an argument. They're just going to wait till it naturally floats back up and then discuss it with what they've gained in knowledge. And they're going to try and look for the knowledge as they go. The individuality feels very much the opponent here. The other person, they are truly trying to flower in who they truly are. And if we are rejected in this mode, that is what that person is going to feel, more a rejection of who I truly am. This person is going through a lot of stuff and trying to become wholly who they are. So rejection mode outside of that, it just doesn't feel warranted at this stage, is what they're giving me, the vocabulary there. It's not warranted. So that's a soft way of saying it's not needed, right? So individuality. So what do we get there? Love without condition. Yeah. Yeah. So that's soften it up a bit here. Have compassion. If we, because it is hard for us to let go of things that itch. It's like they're showing me like an itch I can't scratch. It drives us nuts because we can't solve it. We don't agree with it, and we feel we got to fix it somehow, and we can't. And they're going, yeah, it needs to be left alone for now, not avoided, but left alone for now. And then as time goes, we will try to infuse the dream time and their daytime, they said. So intuitively, how to deal and what to do about it. But one of the huge things here is watch your conditions on your love, because if you love without condition, you'll get good results here. So on seeing the truth, what do we get there? The world completion 21. So this is about a life lesson, the sense I get here. And we may need to dip into the truth here quite highly in order to see that more clearly. But once we do, it's going to be very relieving for us and like victorious almost, because there's a sense we need to let go of trying to control. It really does feel like a control issue here. 2-2, 3-9. 3, 2 and 1 is 3. Yeah, that's universal energies highly want you to complete a lesson here that you can take forward. It's very unburdening to let go of trying to control others and how they react. Just accept others. There's a sense here of not accepting them for what they've come across here. So we need to look at that a little deeper. And once we do, we will come to a completion stage where we can start to flow with things better. So on heeding your dreams, what do we get there? King of Cups. Laid back, caring, and old soul attitude. And the sense, what's sticking out here is lay back and just wait for things to clear. Now, yeah, because we've got this rigid stance, and that's about coming forward and imposing things. Hey, Andrea, I just saw that now. Imposing things on others. So if we just kind of take a chill pill, relax, and lay back, take things a little easy, we'll gain knowledge here is what I get. Because the King of Cups really is emotionally stable. His emotions are very much, he's in control of them. And I feel like this is where the Taurus needs to be in order to deal with this properly. And also there's a little bit of a transformation that needs to happen yet in order to get there. But we're on our way. It's here. We just got to work through it this week. So on loving without condition, we get the King of Wands. This is interesting. So it's talking about masculine energy, wise, positive leader. I feel like that's what this person, this person is trying to become more of this wise, and they may be, the one you're dealing with may be a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or have this in their chart highly. To a degree, they're trying to go outward in action and do things. I feel like this person is really trying to prove their way at this point. Is something happening with this person here? It's on a bigger scale than I think the Taurus sees here. But nonetheless, if we love this person without condition, accept them for faults and all, right? As we see it, they said, because truly this person is just trying to become more of who they are. And if this is rejected, it's not going to go down well. So the loving without condition. Yeah, we may be button heads here with someone who, because they're going to notice the element difference. We have a Cups with a Wands, and even though you're an Earth sign, we may be in our heart center trying to control our emotions, but we're having a hard time coming up against this one here because they want to take the lead, and it's like maybe we're sparring a little bit here. But anyway, okay, I'm going to you. It's kind of a struggle here with an argument with someone, and we kind of don't know how to deal. There's a deep lesson here that we need to learn, and I think we're going to learn it. And if not, we're going to fall back on our patience, take things slow, and eventually it'll come to us, is the thing. So the animal card for the week for the Taurus is responsibility. And this is the meerkat. Now it's interesting because he's painting all the spots on all the animals, right? They're all lining up there to get their spots painted. And this one here, he's making fun of them all. So they're going, piss on you. You can go half done because I don't want. And what does that say? It talks about resentment and not like taking responsibility. You got to take responsibility. Hyena's not taking things seriously. So, there's something that comes down here. He's going to go half done. This is kind of the thing. I mean, he stood all nice and everything, but the hyenas making fun of them. So they said, you know what? We're done painting. We're not going to put any more effort in here. So there's a sense of this kind of, energy surrounding. And again, I was picking up resentment and bitterness. And so this may be some of the stuff that we need to let go of. Holding on to resentment, holding on to bitterness, holding on to little challenges that kind of chew away the relationship that we have with this person who's trying to gain their own individuality and doesn't quite feel loved by the Taurus without condition. You'll only love me if I do this, if I do that. So we want to rise above that and see if we can gain some headway this week. Or maybe just stop feeding into things as much, right? Because in the book, they have this story about the hyena and all its little games, because they're very wicked and they play games. And so we're just not going to contribute, and he's going to be half done. So there's something here about that story that's going to make sense to you. Anyway, that is the Taurus reading for the week. It's quite cute and comical. I don't think it's too serious, but to the Taurus, it means a lot. Okay, so Virgo, here we go. 26, 22. First card for the Taurus spiritual reading. The Father, what do you know? That's about a stable, grounded energy. Someone who is very give me a minute. They're tapping me in here. Very serious and focused in a certain direction here. We're trying to attain something. Now, is that? Yeah. It's almost like a wand with fire on it, but it doesn't look like it's flaming. Sorry. Yeah, flaming fire. It's just like a... Anyway. There's a sense we're going after something here, or wanting to go after something in a certain direction. Though we are not up and running, we are thinking quite heavily about going in a certain direction, and we're going to take action soon here. Quite serious is what I'm getting from this card. We may also be a father as well, with a brood of kids or one or more. Next, we have the 7 of Earth. And this is always about, if you notice, that tail is wrapped right around that solar plexus. There's some work here that's being done. I feel like this male here, I feel like this is all your energy. We are focused on gaining something here. It has to do with our self-esteem. Now, either we are bringing our self-esteem back, and there's major changes that are going on in order to make this happen, or changes are going on, and because of the changes, like it's either the solar plexus is precipitating or coming after the fact of these changes. Something here is making us realize that we need to work on ourselves and make ourselves happy here in some kind of way that we didn't before this all came down. Okay, next. Yeah, the 7 of Air. A lot of truths coming down for these earth signs. We want to go outward in our truth. And we may not have been able to do this before. We have a book of knowledge. We also have the sword of truth. And we also have luck, feathers and whatnot. And coming from a sense, right? The angel wings of goodness, period. Now, again, they're making me notice again here, the eyes here open. Your third eye, your instinct is open. But again, not wanting to deal with the reality that we're in, because our eyes are not in 2 places here. They're closed, right? Even though, Jesus, bad. They're closed here. Sorry, guys. He's evolving, but he's still closed out to something that needs to be seen. And this one as well, they're The physical eye is open, but it's blank. There's no pupils, nothing. So they're going, there's no focus here. There's no, like, what are we going after? But yet there is something that this guy's focused on. And the rest of his soul is not focused. They don't know where to go, but there's something driving the bus here. He's going to get there eventually. He's going to wake up to it, is the sense. Okay, you hit on it. Next, masculine, feminine energy. First one, feminine. Authenticity, yeah. So we may be dealing with whatever came down here for this Virgo has to do with authentic way of being. I am now going to go forward in my authenticity. I was not living in it before, and I had no idea of what it was, and I still may not know what it is, but I'm going to go more in that direction than I've ever been. There's a realization that things that we were doing was not not for our good. We didn't feel like we were ourselves. So whether it was a relationship or job or something clicked here. It's just like, I don't belong here. This is not what I want. This is not me. And to a high degree, this is what this guy's focused on. He's focused on going forward in authenticity and where he came from, and just nothing there that matches that. Now, the next card to expand here is feminine as well. Talking about power, yes. Again, gaining power in our self-esteem in order to go off in this direction. And this is a very active card. This guy's jumping, taking a leap. It's making me go back to the Fool card energy, taking a leap of faith here, because we know we're not happy. This is feeling like a relationship thing, but I'm not too sure. No, we weren't happy there, and we may have even been beaten down by a partner. So now we're going to take a leap of faith and know, not even that much of a leap of faith they're going. It's just a real direction that we know we need to go elsewhere. Now, on top of the truths here, I think they're seeking truth, and they have a certain amount of knowledge that's there already, feeding them. They know what's right and wrong here, and we're headed in that direction. We have a masculine energy. Shape-shifting, yeah, that's the need for change. Where we were wasn't what we were, is really what I'm getting. We may have been in a relationship, a job, whatever situation. It was not for our highest good. It served us. We learned our lessons, but it's time to move on. We're not gaining anything from there anymore. Life lesson-wise is what they're giving me. Now, as we go forward on the authenticity, I feel like this is what's driving the bus here. I feel like the Virgo is in a point where they realize that they just haven't been authentic to themselves. Okay. On top of that, we get the Queen of Wands. That is a passionate energy. Okay. That is a fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. So what that says to me is this is someone who can be very intuitive, can be very enlightening, very enlivening. She's kind of takes action where others won't. She can be very quick and fast. And that's the sense I'm getting. It's very much out of this one's element, because they're very laid back. I'm going to think this over. And I mean, the leopard's laying down. He ain't moving. So there's a sense here. We've been here for a while. We're going to sit up, think about things. There's a sense of trying to be authentic that's brought out a passion in the Virgo of wanting to go forward. Okay. So on top of the power here, we're trying to gain our self-esteem in the right way so we can go forward in our power, that we're just starting to realize who we are and what we want. What do you know? We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah. And that's about love offerings. And look at a Knight of Cups offering to a Queen of Wands. Though they are not a match, this is a high sense of emotion coming at this, and passion wanting to land here. Just give me a minute. There's a direction that this Virgo wants to go in. Highly charged emotions is what I'm getting. And they're going, that energy goes back on him. The Queen of Wands are very passionate, very they make the most of the moment. They're in the moment. They're there to have fun. They're kind of the life of the party, but they really take advantage of situations. And I feel like there's either someone coming at you in this way, or we feel driven to go at someone in this way. We feel very passionate about them and about their passion. We're very turned on by this person's passion. So whether you're kind of forget about the elements for a minute, we have someone going after someone else that evokes great passion in them, and they want to offer love to that person because they see how passionately they go forward, and it's inspiring them to do the same. Okay, boom. That's what it is. Okay. On top of the shape shifting, again, there's some change the Virgo needs to go through here. And I do feel like we were either on the crux of a relationship or, getting out of one and healing, that kind of thing. We get the Two of Cups. What do you know? Okay. Let me go back. This is interesting because, here we go, right? It's all in line here. This guy's been sparked by an emotion, a deep emotion or connection that they're feeling to someone, and they're going to, how do you say, give offerings or try to connect with someone that brings, and it's weird because not only is he going outward in love, like this is going outward to this woman in love, but it's like this woman inspires this man to be more passionate. So it's almost like it started here, but she didn't even know it. And he is so driven by her passion that he's just going in. So there's a high connection here to somebody that we want to connect to. But we're in the midst of change here that I feel is on an emotional level deep down inside. Okay. So, man. Okay. I'm going to leave these three and go from. Take these out. Okay. So, because this is a scenario, we have a love connection with a male or female, depending, whoever's wanting to offer love outward to an energy of someone who's very exciting, enlivening, and takes advantage of the moment, and is very passionate about life. So we have denial here. Now this is interesting. This denial card is about watch what we pluck because the grapes may not be ready yet. So the sense here is be careful about this woman going forward, because either she may not be ready or you may not be ready for this connection. But I feel like we're really being charged by something. We feel highly driven to go in this direction. So there's a sense of denial here. Now we're going to keep going. On top of the, whoa, look at this, would ya? Holy, okay. I couldn't really bump it up a notch, but here we go. Yeah, this man is full of it, full of passion going forward. Now, I'm starting to feel this more connected to this woman. Now, this woman may be in denial of this man, or in denial of of accepting love. Something funny here. Okay. As we go forward, denial. Now it may also, the Virgo may also be in denial of loving this person or wanting to go outward. They may be stopping themselves because they're feeling such a great passion that it kind of overwhelms them. This could be, okay. Now on top of the Two of Cups, we have belonging. Give me a moment. Okay, yeah. Boom. Okay, so what they're saying is we do not have the self-esteem to feel like we belong to this partner. Therefore, we're holding ourselves back. Our esteem is not grown properly in this area. We need more work here by ourselves, they said. We may have just gotten out of a relationship and been sprung, right? in a direction. Again, I'm getting a masculine energy going after a female. They've just been sprung like, oh, love at first sight, I would say, or lust. It's heavy. The passion here, it's heavy. I do not feel they've connected yet. It's interesting to me. They're making me look. Now, orange again is about, can be about sexual passion, right? And I feel like that's obviously what's been sprung in this guy. There's a lot of lust here for a certain direction. Now, on this side, there's denial. I'm going to take this card out. But there's also denial in this man that he's good enough for her. It's like he feels like it's, how do you say, out of his league, right? Doesn't feel like he quite belongs there. But there's still work that needs to be done here. And that is, I think, yeah, it sits on both sides. It sits with both of them. This denial sits with both. Why? Because he's denying going forward. I feel like the connection's not been made. But it's like we got a crush on someone high, but we don't want to go. Why? Because we're not ready. Don't pick it because we're not ready. And then this one too may not be ready. Like the timing may be off, but we've met someone or seen someone that erupted passion in us nonetheless. Okay. Here we go. Whoa. Okay, let's see. Okay, next. On top of the denial, what do we get spiritually? Know your fears. Yeah, we may fear getting hurt, right? That's the number one thing we fear, is somebody's going to hurt us emotionally in a relationship. We may fear we're not good enough. They keep saying not good enough. We fear we're not good enough for this person, but we've yet to connect on all levels is the sense I'm getting. So as we get this, what do we get on the lust card? Change is unavoidable. Okay, so whatever scenario that this person's in, okay, this Virgo, whatever scenario, that this change is meant to happen here. Now, they're making me aware of the snake shedding the skin, right? That's part of the process of us realizing, one, that we are good enough. And even if we don't feel it, we should try and kind of fake it until you make it. Like, go forward in who we are truly. I feel like this is kind of set up so that we could go forward to someone more in our authentic self. I feel like the Virgo's not figured that out yet, who they truly are. But through this relationship, they'll figure out more than they would alone, is the sense they're giving me. So this is boding well. They're kind of nudging you, going, well, you'll find out more in this direction than you will just staying there pretending you don't feel all these deep feelings for this person. So maybe try that, see how it goes. It's kind of what they're saying. And then on the second rung here, we got, there's growing that needs to happen in both these people. And it may be why we're so sprung, because we may be an energetic match here, but we both have healing to do. And maybe we could do that together, right? Instead of just separately. But at the same time, we have to go with our instinct here and figure out what we feel is right. Because a Virgo usually has pretty good judgment. And right now I feel like it's not the judgment that's ruling here. It's the fear of not being good enough. And they're going in that, how you say, that could go by the wayside. We push through that. But if it's truly, we feel we're not ready and we need more time, then we should wait. But if it's because we fear that we're not good enough, they're going, that's not valid. We are good enough and we need to go forward, that kind of thing. So I think you get my drift. So on the Two of Cups and the belonging, again, the feeling that we don't quite belong, we are all connected. Yeah, and that's like, that gives me an essence of soul flame, or soul, did I say flame? Or soulmates. I did say flame, and I didn't mean to. We may be, I don't like throwing that out, but yeah. We may be fired up here in a direction that is, it's truly something we feel heavily. There's a sense here that Virgo not quite understanding the bigger picture. We're all connected. There's so much imagery, and at the bottom is a woman, and then there's a wolf and owl. The wisdom, the power of going forward, leading the pack, right? And I feel like the Virgo kind of needs a push to go forward, but again, they have to decide whether or not they're ready. But I think for now, what's stalling them is the fear rather than actual, no, I'm not ready. If you get my drift. Okay. Woo. Okay. On top of know your fears, we have the King of Swords talking about devoted, loyal, and intellectual energy. Yeah. Give me a minute. It may be an air sign that we are attracted to, or, that's on the other side of this passion here. Maybe an air sign. And this is the type of person, logical. They don't have a lot of emotion. They're learning in this as well as the sense they're giving me. Just give me a minute. Not only are they an intellectual, but they're looking for truth seeker. They're a truth seeker, and they're going, we think the Virgo has an appreciation for truth here at this point. And if that's what we're looking for, someone we can be honestly who we are, they're going, this would be a good direction to take. Now, we have to decide whether we're ready for that or not. Again, there's a big decision here to be made. Are we ready or not? And we just have to make sure that we're not falling back on our fear, but rather something logical as well. I feel like this is somewhat what the Virgo carries as well. Is going to appreciate in a partner a sense of being logical and grounded about things, like and this may be something that was lacking in the last relationship that they had, with someone that was kind of irrational. May have been with someone that kind of really didn't make sense to them, was not a true partner to them, meaning very different in what they thought of. Get my words. Like they just couldn't understand why their partner made the decisions, their past partner made the decisions that they made. And this is not going to be a problem with this one. They're very much above board. Everything's going to make sense. We're going to jive on certain levels, just never jived on before in other relationships. It's kind of like, yeah, there's a great understanding here. So on top of change is unavoidable. And I feel like no matter if the Virgo is really ready for change, it's coming no less universally. We have the Two of Wands, which talks about progress. Yeah, and that's the little increments are going to go forward. We're going to make little steps to where we need to be. We're all connected. I feel like this is kind of missed. This may be what the Virgo will learn in this relationship if they decide to go in that direction. They may learn the bigger picture here, and how that partner may be a lot more spiritually minded than the Virgo, and or this is a similarity we carry, very much something that we want to learn the bigger picture about things, and we may evolve in this together at the same. I'm getting groovy matching of energy here. So on top of this, we are all connected. I get 13 death and endings. Okay, so this talks about endings. Now, I get highly that we had an ending here. I don't feel like we're going to go in this direction and end. I don't feel that it is. I feel like we had an ending that we're still dealing with. But the light is at the end of the tunnel. We're seeing, like we're starting to revive. Because you have a breakup and there's all this bad energy and you sit in it and it seems like it's never going to go away. Well, it's starting to lift. Why? Because we're starting to look in a different direction at different people, and things are sparked up. And so now we see a light at the end of the tunnel. We go in this direction. It might make us happy, not make us happy, but it might, it's definitely bringing a passion that we've not seen before. So I feel like the Virgo has been on the precipice of a change here. It's unavoidable, and that's where we're headed. So the animal card for this week is very good, energy. It's kind of a healing energy. But amongst the healing, we see a light, and that's that person that we feel, like, oh, I'm never going to give my heart again. And then all of a sudden, boop, we see someone, and then there goes the heart. This is what, and that's part of the process of healing, even though I don't, I don't promote jumping, but it may be something that both of you can heal through, because I get a very similar energy with this one. They bring out a lot of passion in you that was something you repressed, but through it's just, I don't know, it's groovy, it's hard to express, but it's good stuff anyway. The animal card, oh man, the honeybee, what do you know? And that talks about reciprocity, right? Because the honey and the bees, right? The bees and the flowers, they go into the flowers, they give back. Give me a minute here. Also, I'm looking at his bedroom eyes. Kind of got bedroom eyes, this guy. And I mean, the Virgo here, if you're a male, masculine Virgo, or a Virgo with someone on the outside of you, masculine, it's kind of got bedroom. It's like there's an allure here. You want to bring things in. So we're just at a tipping point this week, right? This week, the energy is reciprocity. We want to think about equal give and take. And the vibe here is we have and are attracted to someone that brings out a lot of passion in us, and they may be highly intellectual, and that may be stimulating. And what you're worried about now is, am I good enough for this person? And secondly, and they're going, yes, you are. And secondly, are they going to be good enough for me? And we need to, there's only one way to find out, is what they said. And so, it's the healing process, and about taking our foot off the pedal here and start going in another direction. So that's kind of groovy. Virgo. Okay. So that was Virgo for me. Capricorn, 51, 52. Capricorn for the week. Here we go. First card. Perception. Dark perception. We may be thinking about things in our life. We may have a perception problem. Now give me a minute here to tone in before I flip another, because there's always a sense here. I get the darkness, but there's a feeling underneath that of wanting to do the right thing, where we've always made the wrong decision. We want to make the right one now. Coming out of darkness, as I'm getting this. So the Capricorns may be in a place here where they're struggling with some energy here. A time for change. Okay, next. Well, what do you know? 2 of Cups. That is about love. That is about, oh, they want me to read. Okay, hold on, guys. Give me a minute, because this is also, even though it looks groovy, right? They're all canoodling. It is about forgiveness and ultimate compassion. And I feel like this is where the Capricorn is. They may be realizing that they're not in their ultimate compassion. They're not ready for love, but for some reason it's like, I want to be ready is the feeling I get, but they know that they're not. So there's something here blocking them from the ultimate love that they want to feel, on every level here. I'm going to read because there's stuff in here. Give me moments. I'm going to have to get some more light on here. Yeah, 270. Okay. So this one talks of intimacy, closeness, trust, commitment, reconciliation, equality, union, taking sides, going beyond infatuation and attraction. I feel like that's a huge one, going beyond infatuation. It's like we may not have been here either. We're trying to figure out where this sits. Sharing, giving, and communication. Time to forgive and seek reconciliation. A meeting of minds and hearts. Putting aside judgment and blame. Cherish all of your loves. Maintain independence and avoid codependence and avoiding taking sides. So it represents a relationship that has moved beyond infatuation and physical attraction to one that is built upon a deeper mutual love and respect, trust, or shared interest and values. Symbolize a meeting of the mind and the heart that is free of the desire to possess or control. That's this, possession and control. And that may be where they're looking at this relationship from. And they need to be beyond it, but they feel like they just can't get there. A relationship is a unification of two hearts and minds, not with the purpose of becoming whole or to complete each other, but with the intent to share, enrich, and enhance each other's lives. And I say that a lot too. And on certain levels, I guess I got to stop doing that. But how do you know unless that person makes you feel? But that's how we relate it. They make me feel. No, they don't make you feel. You feel it and they accentuate it. That's what they're saying, right? So there's this big conundrum about all this stuff. But nonetheless, the perception, right, is to control this person. They want control. And it may be just an evolvement process here that needs to happen in the heart, where we cannot own someone. We have to truly let them be free to be who they are. Sorry, that's my light. And this is the crux point where the Capricorn is here. Okay, next card. Masculine, yeah. We're at a point here where there's a very important relationship coming in, is really what I'm getting. There's a masculine and feminine coming together here. We have some perception problems as to how to deal with this partner. And we're going to go forward. Masculine, feminine. We got a masculine energy talking about action. A need to take action on what we know of so far. They're going, what we know so far, we need to take action in what we feel truly from that heart core. Who is our number one? Where do we want to go there? And slowly start opening doors in that way. And by doors, I mean like in the heart. Opening areas in the heart that we just kept closed and locked down for others. Because they're going, if we do not change how we deal with a partner, we will not get a changed partner. And yeah, that could be taken the wrong way, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, so there's action needed to be taken here. There's a perception problem on what kind of action we need to take. So as we move forward to the love, we get a masculine card and we talk about extra. Okay, there it is. There's the distortion. It's distorted because like this guy, we're trying to, get the harem and you're mine. And this is, all that stuff. This is where we are. There's a possession here. So we're an earth sign, right? So we are about the physical, the tangible. And this is about the physical and the tangible. This is beyond, right? This is in our emotional center. And look how loosely she holds his head, and look at him grabbing the cup, grabbing everything he's grabbing onto. I don't know if this is translating, but the sense is we got to loosen up and get lighter with our love here in order to be on the same vibe here. I don't know if this is the dream of a love that we want or if this is an actual person that we're having a hard time connecting to, is the sense I'm getting. Yeah, they're going a hard time connecting to. Now, on the masculine and feminine, this is what counts here. The blending of the two is what they want to say here. And here, that's the fire, and it's still fire. Just give me a minute. I got to look at this. Yeah, like the physical and the etheric, because they're going, this is like the physical, all this stuff in here. And that's like the etheric, like the thought process, all the things you can't see and touch and feel, right? Because it's going through there, but you don't see it. Okay. So this is I don't know if I'm coming through here. Expansiveness. So we end on a feminine energy talking about expansiveness. So there is a need to expand our perception in order to gain a partner here, a mate, a high-level soulmate for sure. Okay. And I feel like this person may have problems in the physical, meaning we're having a hard time getting past the physical side of things, okay, in some kind of way. Now, on top of the action that needs to be taken, we have the 2 coins, and that's about trying to balance. Yeah, this is a different kind of 2 coins because they're very much on the same level. Usually, one's here and one's here or whatever. But in here, it's almost like we're waiting in the future for things to balance out. And really what they're pushing here is we need to take action. We're not waiting for someone else to take action. Okay, next, ecstasy. We get the Emperor. Yeah, this is the thing. Okay. The Emperor, he's in charge. He takes control of things. He has a lot of knowledge behind him, no less. Okay, he takes action where he feels and where he's learned is the best way to go. I feel like what's driving the bus so far is the passion here, the need for ecstasy, and I think that may be the distortion in the way that this person is looking, this Capricorn is looking for that partner to fulfill them when they're going, no, this will not happen. This is where the imbalance sits. We're waiting for that person to come forward. We're waiting for that person to fulfill us. Now, what's here? 9 of Cups. We're waiting for that person to make our wishes come true. And they're going, the action needs to come from the Capricorn. So if we're waiting, we'll be waiting a long time. Now I'm going to continue here on top of the 2, which is kind of an indecision as well, I feel, but it's like a passiveness. There's all this red, but she's not moving. She's just looking through the doorway. It's like she doesn't want to go in there. She doesn't want to go there is the sense I'm getting. And they're going, we have a perception problem here. We need to go. That's our boat. And we're going to miss the boat. Okay. On top of their, okay, differences. So this may be also another perception problem. Okay. Be aware, the black and white here, how it's connecting. They don't connect that energy just for nothing. Black and white. We're looking through white gold glasses, okay? But all of our physical activity is in dark. So they're saying we need to take action. They're going, I'm not taking action. But I know what I need to do is to do this, but I'm not going to do it. Why? Because there's too many differences as I perceive it. But the universe is going, but you have a perception problem. But they're going, that's okay. That's why I'm not moving. Okay. So as we move forward here, this is the love and the emotion. And again, there's a sense of an apology here that's lightly sitting. It needs to be dealt with in some kind of way. But ecstasy is what we're after. And we're trying to gain. I feel like this Emperor is trying to gain control over the circumstance. He feels like he's lost control here and he doesn't know what to do about it. So what are we going to do? Wishing. He is now wishing for things. He's not moving, but he's wishing and he's going to try and manifest. Okay. Now on the 9 of Cups, and this is about our dreams and our wishes and the sense that our soul does have to evolve somewhat here in order to connect with this masculine, feminine energy. The feminine, masculine, whatever. We want our wishes and dreams to come true in a certain direction. Now, what do we have on that? But we feel trapped. So we may be trapped in another situation here. Now, we are wishing for different things, but we will not take action on this. All we're seeing outside of us is difference. We're not feeling connected to anybody at this point. Yet we feel trapped to someone. I don't feel like it's this direction here. I feel like there's a very soft, generous energy that we want to go to, but there's something we're trapped in, preventing us from doing this. It may just be the fact that we think that we shouldn't be taking action, that they should be coming toward us. Okay, so what do you know? Now, as we go further on the differences, what are the differences here? Let the emotions flow. There's a sense here of needing to heal from something, either in our past, if we're trapped. I feel like these two are we are trapped because we are blocking our emotions. When we let our emotions flow, I preach it, John, preach it. When we let our emotions flow outward, we do heal. We do, and suddenly the trap cage. Suddenly you see a door, and it's like, oh, well, maybe I can manipulate the door and open it. It releases energy in us to see more clearly where we truly need to go instead of obsessing about things. Okay, wishing. Obviously, this person, this Capricorn, is really wishing and hoping that things will be better. They want this. And again, it may be someone that's just, they're trapped in a situation, but may not have an actual physical person, but they're looking for that wish. They're looking for that true love and compassion. What do we get there? Embrace the masculine. No, this is interesting to me. We may, yeah, okay, because they're going, what are masculines famous for? Taking action and being brave and bold and going out and taking, and that's the energy that they're not embracing at this time. Very passive energy coming through this. I'll just wait and see. I'm not going to take an action right now. I'll just wait it out. And they're going, and then suddenly, and then when they sit back on that energy, they're going, yeah, they're looking at all the differences, all the things that are not correct here. So I do feel there's an object here. They feel very much an apple to their orange, that kind of thing. So they don't feel like they belong for some reason. But there's healing here, no less. Now, embracing the masculine, again, I feel like that's the energy to go forward and take action. Now, on this trapped energy, what do we get? Be patient. Well, that's interesting as well, isn't it? Because we want to make our wishes and dreams come true here. There is some kind of desire for something, okay? There's a need to expand in order to see more clearly how to get there. But in the meantime, we're trapped. So there's something about, it's almost like the universe is going, you're trapped for a reason. It's like, we need you to evolve in order to move forward. So you truly are trapped for a reason. Yeah, I think last week was something like that. Like, you're not meant to go, so don't. Something like this. So be patient. Okay. I'm going to leave that sit. You feel trapped right now, but you're not gonna forever, is the sense I'm getting. So as we go back to feeding our emotions, not feeding them, healing from emotional, center here. There's some differences we're seeing in somebody. What do we get there? 3 of Wands. Preparation. See, this is like action, and this is waiting. Action, waiting. Action, waiting. And then what's behind it? Your perception. So that's really what this person is struggling with, whether they should take action or sit and wait. That's the fence they're on. And universally is pushing the action, but there's a stubbornness here to wait. Okay. But yet there's something here about being trapped. So why are we trapped? Universally, if you can't make a move, like it's not physically possible and you're not in denial, then yeah, wait, lean into that energy. If you're not able to make headway, there's a reason for that. Preparation. It's like we need to prepare. There's things we need to prepare, things we need to get together, and we haven't got it together yet. Simply. Now, on top of the embrace the masculine, which is highly, I get that energy of taking charge and moving forward and being in your masculine. We have, soul connection. Embrace take charge of this connection that you feel. This is hugely, deeply profound connection. So this is something outside of you. This is not just a pipe dream. This is someone that we are highly, highly attracted to. May even be, just passion, a sense of. This guy brings up a lot of stuff. Now it's a weird because this woman is sitting in the background. I still get a sense that we got someone in our background we got to deal with, but we want to move and go forward, and that's what we're being blocked from. We may have some healing. Simply, we're wishing for things to happen, but we got to embrace our masculine side in order to get to our love connection. Okay, so what's on the be patient? Yeah, Ace of Swords. Because you're going to have a breakthrough here, but there's something needed. And I feel like it's in the self-healing area here for the Capricorn highlight. They got to do some healing. Letting emotions flow, maybe blocking that, damming that right up is what they said. Damn it right up. Damn it up. We're not letting that. So that's what's got to happen. If this doesn't happen, this is all going to disappear. Now, the animal card, we're going to have a breakthrough here to see this more clearly. Some huge decisions to make coming up, but I feel like we're not equipped to make them at this point. Why? Because our perception's off. We're looking at things wrong, and the epiphanies will come, but later in the week. Okay, so the animal card, the snow leopard, the watcher. Okay, so watch. You're being watched. Or you may be on the look. And I do feel like, a lot of these earth signs have kind of got a direction they want to go. And they're looking to advance there quite quickly. But there may be some healing. Along with the Virgo, may have some healing to do before we can completely be let free universally. With the universal energy behind us, it's going to be a while. Why? Because we just haven't healed from past junk. We've got too much baggage here, and but nonetheless, we may be being watched, or we may be overlooking someone else. We may be highly watching this person, this love connection. We may be watching them, but there's going to be a breakthrough that comes towards the weekend here. I feel is going to put some pieces together. I don't feel we're going to be able to connect, but I feel like it's going to answer some questions. And get us that much closer to getting what we truly want here. Okay, so that is the Capricorn. These feel like they're a little speedy, but nonetheless. So that is the readings for this week. I'm going to be going in with fire and air here coming up. I'll see how many. I want to kind of get them done tonight. So if I got any late night people, it probably won't. It'll be pretty quiet. Crickets chirping. But I'll try and get them done tonight so they're done for the week. And then next week, I will be moving into the love and sex, romance, all that back to normal, and see if we didn't learn some of our spiritual lessons to bring us more in gear with the partnership. So take care, have fun, be kind, and I will continue with the readings for this week. 2 more to go, air and fire. Take care. Good night.